Is the pursuit of self-improvement actually imprisoning you? The very thing we strive to enhance, our ego, might be the greatest obstacle to true fulfillment. As Carl Jung profoundly observed, I am not what I think I am, and I am not what you think I am what I think you think I am. Are you ready to confront the shadow self that holds the key to your liberation? Do you ever feel like you're trapped, like you're running on a treadmill, achieving milestones, yet the sense of emptiness persists? This isn't about a lack of success, it's a deep-seated sense of something missing, a profound disconnect from your true self. This feeling, this is the grip of the inflated ego. The hidden cause of this relentless pursuit, fear, a deep-seated fear of vulnerability, of facing the shadow self, those parts of you deemed unacceptable, unlovable, even monstrous. This shadow, according to Carl Jung, is not an enemy to be vanquished, but a vital part of your wholeness. It is not your complete identity and often acts as a barrier to self-understanding. The inflated ego, in its quest for perfection, tries to hide, to suppress, the darker, imperfect facets of your being. This relentless suppression only serves to empower the shadow, feeding its influence over your decisions, emotions, and life experiences. So how do we break free? The key is a reframing of reality. Stop identifying entirely with the ego's limited narrative. Are you ready to embark on a journey of self-discovery, to confront your shadow and integrate its wisdom into the tapestry of your being? The path is not always easy, but the liberation it promises is worth the struggle. Your true self awaits beyond the walls of your self-imposed prison. You feel it, don't you? That gnawing emptiness, that persistent dissatisfaction, even when life looks perfect from the outside. It's the whisper of your shadow self, the hidden depths of your psyche that your ego, your carefully constructed self-image, desperately tries to suppress. This shadow isn't some monstrous entity. It's the repository of your repressed emotions, your unacknowledged vulnerabilities, your past wounds that you've buried deep within. Your inflated ego, that striving, self-important part of you, uses these suppressed emotions as fuel to maintain its fragile illusion of control and perfection. This fear of vulnerability, of facing your imperfections, keeps you chained to the illusion of your ego. Here, the reframe, that constant striving isn't a sign of weakness, it's a signal. A desperate cry from your deeper self begging to be seen, acknowledged, and integrated. Your ego is not your enemy, it's a protective mechanism, albeit a flawed one. It's a survival mechanism that has taken over, protecting you from pain. Despite your achievements, your successes, a hollowness lingers. You chase validation, climb the ladder of success, yet the higher you climb, the lonelier you feel. It's exhausting, this endless striving, this desperate grasping for something just beyond your reach. You're trapped in a gilded cage of your own making, a prison built on the shaky foundations of your ego. It demands that you maintain a facade of perfection, that you present a curated image to the world, all to hide the complexities of your true self. Jung illuminated the deception of the ego. The shadow is a moral problem that cannot be solved by intellectual understanding, but only by self-knowledge. Your ego isn't your entire self. It's just a part, a center of consciousness that desperately clings to the illusion of control. See your ego not as the entirety of your being, but as a defense mechanism, a filter distorting your perception of reality. Start observing its machinations, recognizing its manipulative tactics, its desperate attempts to maintain its illusion of control. Notice how it whispers insecurities, fuels self-doubt, and sabotages your genuine connections. This self-awareness is the first crack in the ego's facade. What if, instead of fighting the shadow, you embraced it? That gnawing emptiness, that persistent feeling of not enough. You chase success, accolades, relationships, anything to fill the void, to silence the nagging voice that whispers you're inadequate. You climb the ladder of achievement only to find yourself at the top, still staring into the abyss. It's exhausting, this relentless pursuit of validation, this desperate attempt to prove your worth to a world that seems indifferent to your struggles. You're trapped, aren't you? In a gilded cage of your own making. It's a defense mechanism, a survival strategy born from past wounds, from experiences that left you feeling small, unworthy, or unseen. It's the fear of vulnerability that fuels your constant need for control, for external validation. Carl Jung, the legendary psychiatrist, understood this struggle intimately. He said, "What you resist not only persists but will grow in strength." What if your ego, instead of being the master of your destiny, is merely a gatekeeper preventing you from accessing your true, authentic self? You are not your ego. It's a limited perspective, a lens that distorts reality. The key to liberation lies in shifting your focus from external validation to internal acceptance. This isn't about abandoning the ego, it's about expanding your awareness beyond its limiting confines. Observe your ego. Notice its patterns, its defenses, its lies. You chase achievements, accolades, relationships, always seeking that elusive feeling of fulfillment, that sense of being truly enough. But the void remains. It's a relentless cycle, a hamster wheel of striving that leaves you depleted and questioning everything. You're trapped, aren't you? Trapped in a prison of your own making. The bars of this prison are forged from the very thing you believe defines you, your ego, that inflated sense of self, built on a foundation of insecurity and fear. This relentless striving stems from a deep-seated fear, a fear born in the shadows of your past, a fear of facing the parts of yourself that you've buried deep within. Carl Jung, the pioneering psychologist, called this hidden realm the shadow self. He understood that the ego isn't the entirety of our being, merely a small, illuminated portion. The shadow encompasses the repressed emotions, instincts, and experiences we deem unacceptable, too painful to acknowledge. The key to breaking free lies not in suppressing your shadow, but in integrating it, in consciously acknowledging and embracing the totality of your being. This isn't about self-indulgence or wallowing in negativity. It's about seeing your ego for what it is, a protective mechanism, a distorted lens through which you view the world. Stop identifying with the ego's limited perspective and begin to observe it objectively. Notice its whispers, its manipulations, its desperate attempts to maintain control. It's about accepting the darkness, the light, and everything in between, embracing the whole of you, flaws and all. Are you ready to embark on this transformative journey? Are you brave enough to face the shadow and finally claim your authentic self? You feel it, don't you? That gnawing emptiness, that persistent dissatisfaction, even when life looks perfect from the outside. The promotions, the relationships, the possessions, they all feel hollow, like chasing a shimmering mirage across a burning desert. Your ego, that protective shell, desperately clings to the illusion of control, building walls around these uncomfortable truths to maintain a fragile sense of self-importance. It fears vulnerability, authenticity, and the uncomfortable truth of your own mortality. This constant need to prove yourself, to be perfect, to control outcomes, it's all a desperate defense mechanism fueled by the shadow's whispers. Jung illuminated this paradox. The ego is not the entirety of the self. See it for what it is, a survival mechanism, a filter distorting reality. When anxiety, insecurity, or the need for external validation arises, pause, breathe, observe the ego's frantic machinations, acknowledge its fears without judgment. This isn't about eliminating the ego, it's about expanding your awareness beyond it. It's about choosing compassion over judgment, self-acceptance over self-criticism. The path to authenticity isn't a destination, it's a journey of integration. A sense of dissatisfaction that clings like a stubborn vine, choking the life from your genuine self. You chase validation, external approval, the next achievement, believing it will somehow fill the void. But it never does. The more you acquire, the emptier you feel. This relentless striving, this desperate clinging to an illusion of perfection, it's exhausting, isn't it? The truth, as unsettling as it may be, is that this relentless pursuit is fueled by a hidden enemy, your inflated ego. Jung brilliantly illuminated this paradox. The ego, that seemingly solid center of our identity, is not the entirety of the self. It's just a small, albeit powerful part. He said, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. This means that the hidden forces within us, our shadow, shape our lives unless we acknowledge and integrate them. This is a journey of self-awareness, a conscious choice to observe the ego's machinations, its strategies for avoiding pain, seeking external approval, clinging to illusions, and actively challenge its assumptions. Integrating your shadow isn't a quick fix, it's a transformative alchemic process. It's about facing those uncomfortable truths, processing the pain, and ultimately accepting all aspects of yourself, the light and the dark, the beautiful and the flawed.